probability question. In a game, a player rolls a coin onto a board marked out in squares. The squares on the board are coloured red, blue or green. If the coin lands entirely within one of these coloured squares, the player wins a prize, otherwise the player loses. The table below shows the probabilities of the coin landing entirely within each coloured square. Probability of getting red is 0.13, which as a fraction would be 13 out of 100. 0.14 is the probability of getting blue, which is 14 out of 100, and green is 4 out of 100, or 0.04. What is the probability they win a prize? To win a prize, okay, you add the three together because it could be red, blue or green. So you do a 0.13 plus 0.14 plus 0.04, which is 0.31. One day, 200 people play the game. How many would you expect to win the game? Because 0.31 means 31 out of 100 people win. And you want to know how many win out of 200. So if you double 31 over 100, that would mean 62 people would win out of the 200 people, because 2 lots of 31 is 62. It costs 70 pence to play the game once. So, 200 people all pay 70 pence, because 200 people pay the game, and 200 times 70 pence. The easiest way to do this is to do 2 times 17 is 4. 2 times 7 is 14, and then you got 1, 2, 3 zeros. So that is 14,000 pence. Because there's 100 pence in the pound, if I divide by 100, it becomes 140 pound. That are my take-ins. That's what people pay me to play the game. The 62 people who win all win £1.50. So the winners get 62 lots of £1.50. Alright, so, and that would be the amount you've got to pay out, and then you take the difference away. So if you're doing 62 times £1.50, 62 times a pound, so if you're doing 62 times £1 would be £62. 62 times 50 pence then, because 50 pence is half of a pound, 62 half pounds would be £31, because you're dividing by 2. So that means the winners win £93. So your actual profit is going to be your take-ins, take away what you've paid out. So it'll be 140, take away 93, which is £47. Question 12 talks about a parallelogram. A parallelogram means you've got pairs of parallel sides, okay? So when you've got your parallel sides, you can be looking for a Z angle, and Z angles are the same, okay? You're looking for F angles possibly, and F angles are the same. And then the last one, if you see a C, they add up to 180. So what this C means here is, okay, if I'm doing a C on the outside, that would make a C. So that means 46 plus this total angle there makes 180. So that total angle here would be, the shaded bit, would be 180 take away 46, which is 134 degrees. These two together now make 134 degrees. So what you're looking for now is, if you look at this 59, that's given in the questions, you're going to need to use that. So if I draw a 59 and make that into a parallel side, I can see a Z there, and because Z angles are the same, alright, you can say that this angle there is 59, which means, so because X add 59 together make 134, X is going to be 134 take away 59. Okay, so if you need to do in a subtraction, you write 154, the bigger number on top, take away the smaller. 4 take away 9 we can't do, so we need to borrow one off the 3, which becomes a 2. 14 take away 9 is 5. 2 take away 5 you can't do, so we borrow 1. That makes it 12 take away 5 is 7, so x is 75 degrees. Angles in the quadrilateral add up to 360 degrees. Angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. To find the angle in the quadrilateral, I need to know the other 3 angles before I find y. So I need to find this missing angle here. So this is where I got to use the straight line rule first. So to find this little angle in there, it's 180, take away 125. 0 take away 5 you can't do, so you've got to borrow 1. 10 take away 5 is 5. 7 take away 2 is 5, which means that this angle there is 55. Now, the 4 of them inside the shape add up to 360. So I need to add up 117, 141, and 55 degrees. I'm adding them up. 7 add 1 is 8, add 5 is 13, 3 down carry the 1. 1 add 4 is 5, add 5 is 10, add 1 is 11, 1 down carry the 1. 1 add 1 is 3, and I'm doing 360 take away 313. 0 take away 3 you can't do, so 10 take away 3 is 7, 5 take away 1 is 4, so y is 47 degrees. Right, question 13, the timetable. Okay, so there's 3 trains that go from Bangor all the way up to Chester. Bob catches the 11:31 train from Colwyn Bay. So Bob is on this is here. 11:31 at Colwyn Bay. What time does it arrive in Prestatyn? So I go from Prestatyn across to the timetable, and the answer to that one is 11:47. Mary catches the 13:25 train, which at Llandudno Junction. So Mary is on this train at Llandudno Junction. How long will it take her to get to Chester? So it's going, it leaves at 13:25 and it arrives at 14:19. You can't line the numbers and take away because there's only 60 minutes in an hour. So if you're going to add on, 5 minutes would take it to 1:30, and then you've got another hour. So 35 minutes would take it to 2 p.m, to 1400 hours. And then we've got another 19 minutes. So I can add on 35 add 19, which is 5 add 9 is 14. 4 down carry the 1. 3 add 1 is 5. So it's 54 minutes. Right, to express a number as a product of prime factors in index form, you're only allowed to divide by prime numbers. So a prime number is a number that only in its one and itself divide into. So 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, etc. So what you have to do now is you start with the 240. Little tips for this question: if it's even, divide by 2. If it ends in the 5 or 0, you can divide by 5, but I tend to do the zeros by 2. If you add the digits up and it's in the 3 times table, divide by 3. There's some little tips. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. We're starting with 240. So if I'm starting with 240, it's even, so I'm going to divide by 2. Half of 24 is 12, so the answer is 120. I'm going to put a circle around that because it's prime. Same again. 2 goes into 120 60 times. It's even, so I'm going to divide by 2. 2 goes into 60 30 times. It's even, so I'm going to divide by 2 again. 2 goes into 30 15 times. The next prime number is 3 or 5, because 1 adds 5 is 6, so it's in the 3 times table. So I'm going to divide by 3, and then 3 5s are 15, and because both of them are prime. Alright, to put them in index form now, you can write it as a multiplication where 240 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, because there's 4 2's, times 3 times 5, which means there's 4 2's, so write there's 2 to the power of 4, there's 1 3, and there's 1 5.